If you like turn-based strategy games, waifus with mecha augmentations, and lots of fun service, then today's game is for you. Hello, my name is Liriell and welcome to Anchor Panic. Before we dive in, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, x7Games, an app where you can download games from all around the world, and that I will be using today to showcase the game with several tools. First, you need to create an account. It's very simple. All you need is an email for that and you can access game from any part of the world. After that, you can navigate the menu of the app and search for Anchor Panic and simply download it and install it on your emulator, Android or iOS. Once you open the game, you will be greeted with the option to choose the language that you want. There are many options. Just remember to select both the game translation patch as well as the language that you want to translate to. You can also select the mode that you want. Personally, I love the screen mode because it changes the entire screen at once to the language that I want. And after that, restart the game and voila, your game will be in the language that you choose. Not only that, but it's also very simple to hide the translation button and bring it back if you need it later. Currently, Anchor Panic doesn't have a global launch announced. It has a Chinese server and a Japanese server with a Korean server already confirmed, but it will probably come to global around the end of 2025. As it's par for the course with modern gacha games, it has a lot of flashy animations, especially with its ultimates. It's really a treat for the eyes, especially if you really like the waifus. For as long as I've tested the game, it seems to be very free-to-play friendly. Like, there has been a lot of free pools, and the most interesting thing is that in the beginner banner you can actually reroll as many times as you want, and you are always guaranteed to get at least one SSR and one SR unit to start forming your team. In this game, you have different classes as well as different elements to play with, as well as elemental reactions and various ways to improve your characters and build a strategy. When entering battle, you can select a myriad of options of formations. The placement of your characters will affect the priority of their targets, as well as the priority of if they are going to be targeted by the enemies or not. You can unlock more options of formations as you advance in the story. The gameplay is on surface very simple. You have a limited time to use skills from your characters, and you also have a limited amount of actions that you can use. Depending on the combos that you do, you can activate the ultimate of that character. Of course, there is also an auto mode where you can choose one of the two skills to prioritize, or you can place the character in full auto. Another feature from x7Game that I'm absolutely in love with is the speed up function. It made my progression as well as my farming a lot easier, since you can make the game run up to 10 times faster or even slower. Of course, faster is the option that I've been using the most because I need to farm those stages, of course. But if you like making builds or analysis or guides for characters, it can also be very useful to use the slower function. X7 app also has a built-in VPN and game booster that can also help the performance of your game if you live somewhere where your internet is not very good to connect to these games. I know I've been yapping a lot already, but really this is just scratching the surface. There are a lot of other game modes, like you can build your own base, there's this little cute labyrinth mode, and also one of my favorite extra modes is one where you can farm shards for your character. Remember when I say that this game is actually very free-to-play friendly? Well, in most gacha games, getting dubs for your characters is one of the things that makes the game most expensive. In Anchorpanic, although getting the dubs from the gacha will make that sort of progression faster, you also have the option to simply log in every day and farm a few shards. And last but not least, I know I mentioned that this game has a lot of fun service. Well, I can't show it in detail because I don't want you to be knocking down my channel, but one thing that I found curious is that you can actually customize the socks of some of the skins or even remove them completely. Other skins you can even customize other parts of the outfits. We're now reaching the end of my quick overview of Anchor Panic. Have you enjoyed this content? Let me know in the comments, and I'm always trying out new gachas even if they aren't in my comfort zone. I may not be the target audience for this game, but it was very fun to try something different. And if you have a suggestion for a game that I should try next, please let me know. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you want to support my work. I will be very grateful for this. Anyway, that's all for today, and see you in the next one.